comes in for Dwight Howard. And Tybg subbed in for Kent Bazemore.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ends up opting out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
Oh, get it! What a throwdown there, man!
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound, splitter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first free throw of the game. That one is off. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency, arguably the biggest name at the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up with Atlanta. Might be his last big contract in the league. Might as well take it for the team you loved growing up.
And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Korver, no luck.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And no good that time. He feeds it to Splitter. From deep, and that one's good. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Dwight Howard, a light.
Basketball, this is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Harvey, a dude out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Randall, and it's Mozgov in at the center position. Okay, we're down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after a few years of tinkering with his jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Whitman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, "I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer." Kevin?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that three, D.A. Thank you. Here's Parker. Good on the baseline, Jay. The dude's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Millsap a screen on Williams, and there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Korver, no luck.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
And it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Inside, deflects the pass, and stolen by Howard. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. And Jack kicks to Howard. Outside Jack. 5 to shoot. Howard dishes to Cephalosha. No good on that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you, because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Millsap a screen. Outside Jack. Back to Korver. Outside for Millsap. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Left side, Jack. From 17 feet out. Nice touch on the bank shot. Jack's got his first basket of the night.
Well, gets room to shoot it from there. He's spot on. That's his game.
And Kyle Korver, 2015, winning the Sportsmanship Award, and more important, his first All-Star appearance at the age of 33.
Yeah, pretty rare to see that, but credit his dedication. He continues to work on his game, work on his body, and he gets better and better. Not content to be a shooting specialist, he wants to have a complete game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Humphries checked in. Outside Jack, and there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pick by Humphries. Off the pick. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Korver's got 5 points so far.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Parker, the pass to Harvey. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
And Jack kicks to Humphries. It's stolen by Randall. Pass to Mozgov. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back with his impressive vertical.
Outside Jack. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him.
And foul number 2, maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jarrett Jack. Korver, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the middle. Harvey passes to Mozgov. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Mozgov's got his 2nd basket. The Hawks trail by 13. Schroeder kicks to Humphries. Williams against Korver. Dishes it to Schroeder. The feed to Cephalosha. 6 to shoot. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from 11. Up again. And Howard with the second chance points. 8 points for him.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Korver against Williams. Howard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Dwight Howard, you know, he's lost some explosiveness over the years, but still remains an intimidating presence when he's healthy. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call him a #1 option on the offensive end, but still great in the pick and roll, better than most when it comes to posting, and defensively, when he's moving well, a straight beast.
That free throw missing. And talking about Howard's defense, he's blocking fewer shots these days, but he remains extremely difficult to score against in the paint.
Yeah, statistically, opponents still struggle to shoot against him. He has the power and instincts to stop most true centers from getting comfortable on the blocks, and his reputation goes a long way toward unnerving opponents.
Got that bucket in no time at all. The dude's got 9 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Splitters checked in for Dwight Howard. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Knocks it loose. Here's Parker. Oh! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Splitter sets a screen. The 3 from Korver. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. And that concludes the first half. Lakers on top. They lead by 13. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger. And that about wraps it up.
And we welcome you back with a look at Phillips Arena, such a terrific location here in the heart of downtown Atlanta. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for the dude. He's got 21 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Bazemore is the 3 with Millsap the 4. Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Schroeder to the paint. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. And that's now 11 points for Dwight Howard.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
Rebounded by Howard.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Schroeder missing. Lakers leading by 13. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. You take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. And very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, DA, that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Though he lacks elite explosiveness, Randall uses his strong body to protect the ball and avoid block shots inside.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Millsap dishes to Bazemore. Teardrop shot. And he lays it up. And in. Bazemore's got his second bucket of the night.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow.
Oh, my. He's just getting nasty on him now, fellas.
You know, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out the really slick moves.
No question about it, guys. He doesn't mind putting a little salt in that wound.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Kicks it to Mozgov. Here's Harvey. Good on the triple. Harvey's got 14 points for the game.
He's balled exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Feeds to Howard. Back to Schroeder. Korver sets the screen for Schroeder. Here's Bazemore. The shot's good on this. This by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 5 here tonight. Lakers leading by 14. It's tipped. The dish now to Korver. Bazemore for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Mozgov's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Harvey. But he recovers it. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. And now 24 points. For the dude.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten one. I mean, what a pair of back-to-back performances we're seeing. Awesome.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Boy, to make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Splitters checked in for Atlanta. Jack comes in for Kyle Korver. The Hawks trail by 17. Here's Schroeder. He has 5. Poked loose. He kicks to Splitter. Bazemore for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The dude's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And he makes the first.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Garbage Man. 15 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for the Hawks. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. The Hawks trail by 20. Schroeder with the ball. From downtown. The shot off that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the Duke. That's his 5th foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Atlanta calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by the dude.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for Atlanta. On defense, the Lakers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Cephalosha. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
The first one falls. Cephalosha hits both of them. Los Angeles leading by 20. Here's the dude. He's got 24. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility of it. convert the free throw.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Lakers.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Millsap passes to Jack. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Nice work inside by Jack. He loves getting as close to the basket as possible.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. The Hawks trail by 21. Down low. Mozgov grabs the board.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. Schroeder dishes to Splitter. And that one comes up a bit short.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. .23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Millsap. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And at the end. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Hawks trail by 21. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Harvey out there with Julius Randle. And it's the dude. Then it's Williams. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. Count the basket.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Parker, the pass to Mozgov. So nice here by Los Angeles. And he gets it to go. That's 28 points for the dude.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know, stops have not been easy to come by for him. To me, it looks as though they've been lost defensively.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Hawks. Knocked loose. It's 2-on-1. Here's Parker. And that one goes long.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Williams' shot is off.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up.
No.
Here's Harvey. The Lakers rebound. Second chance shot. Drained for 2 points.
So dangerous on the offensive glass. Randall in beast mode.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Harvey, that's good. Harvey's got 14 points now in the second half.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Schroeder kicks to Scott. Williams against Korver. Pass to Schroeder. To the paint. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Hawks, Chris Humphries has checked in for Howard. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver. Picked by Humphries. Passes to Scott. Humphries kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? He lays it in. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The pass to Harvey. 13 feet away. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And Bazemore kicks to Scott. Outside Hardaway. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And here is Hardaway. Expanding his range. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 8 now on the night. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. That one goes. Count it. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
To the inside. Pass to Harvey. And stolen by Bazemore. He feeds it to Schroeder. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Hawks score.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. swagger out there for him.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
I do not have a total on that, partner, but it seems to be too many if I were to count. The only number you really need to look at, though, is the scoreboard, and that gives you all the info you need.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Harvey, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the dude. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Harvey. To the middle. Here's Barker. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Jack dishes to Scott. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 24 seconds left in the 4th. Ball's knocked loose. Here's the dude, defended by Jack. Barker, the pass to Harvey. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Outside Jack.
The good news is they've already got this game wrapped up. You might as well sit back and relax.
And the first one drops.
And you know, combo guard Jared Jack on the downslope, on the backside of things, but it's been an impressive career for a guy taken 22nd back in 2005.
Here's Mozgov offline. And so it's the Lakers.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan player of the game, the dude. He was red hot in the second quarter. The defense ran several guys at him to try and stop the bleeding, but his aggressiveness was simply too much for them to handle.
At home, Ernie, on the road, Kenny, doesn't matter. This guy is impossible to handle when he gets rolling. Crowd was doing its best to fire this guy up and get him to respond, but nothing worked. He was too much for him.
And that is a wrap.